Ladies and Germans, how you all doing? This is Connor.
And I'm Ringru. Hello, hello, hello.
And folks, it's been a long time coming, but we are in it. This is the postseason. We can't tell you what round this is, but we can effectively tell you this is the postseason for the Season 2 Steel Division League. Rang, who do we have, and what for that matter, are the rules for this?
So, on left hand side in blue, we have ourselves Dnestr as the second French Armour Division, and on right hand side, we have ourselves Yuejin as the ninth Panzer Division. So, all the previous SC League Season 2 matches were group stages, which was pretty much like a round robin, everyone played everybody, and you get points, and pretty much the top players in each of the divisions, like Asia, European, North America, have moved on now to the final stages, where it's best of three knockouts all the way to the finals. This is one of those matches against Eugene and Dnestr, and I can confidently say that the winner of this match will be moving on to the next round.
That is definitely good to hear, and we do definitely have two of the top players here. Interesting. We haven't seen a lot of French in recent weeks.
No, we haven't. I really like seeing French quite a lot, as they can definitely pull their weight quite well. I mean, you always see like second Panzer, right, Khan? And people love second Panzer. Well, French is like second Panzer. It does second Panzer things, but in a French way, mon dieu.
Exactly. I'm actually really surprised to always. Actually, I was thinking, so how do you like second Blindé? I was like, wait a second, is it the first division? Like that's how long it's been since we've seen this division.
I know it's. I like him a lot. They're a bit. They have difficulties, like especially with like the infantry, but you have the veterancy of all of tanks and armored fighting vehicles, which is lovely.
Exactly, and that was one of the things I was going to make the comment about myself. We're going to get the last few seconds of this intro going on here. You said they let the second Panzer, but Allied version, and almost I hate to say it, but they actually might outrun the second Panzer, at least early on.
Yeah, they have more units early on compared to second Panzer. I mean, kind of, I guess. It can be rather difficult, but it's a very fair matchup, I think, having seen a second versus a second on second, I think, would be pretty fair. I haven't actually really seen them, and I'm playing a 1v1 in a bit, so I think that's something I have to see, like, physically. But just looking at deployment lines, ninth is going pretty heavy into the factory.
Which kind of makes sense when you think about it, though, too. The French, on the other hand, while they do bring some, bang to the table, they're not really being too aggressive about that.
No, they got the Pioneers trying to do a assault down south, but the Pack 38 has completely shot it off. Or the Stuart here getting some shots on the Panzer II and
the shooter's been knocked out as well. So the Panzer Shrek, had he been just a little bit more fleet of foot, he might have been able to get in range. He still might be able to do it.
Yeah, he's going to. That building's going to give him just the range.
Oh, yes.
And kaboom.
Eternal Fragments, that's just as good.
Oh, and a Rave in a factory complex, that's not going to be good. Especially when Stern Pioneers come in to, do the meet and greet.
I am surprised that the French have just basically lost their entire center here. I would have thought they would have maybe gone a little bit heavier into that center. Maybe deployed the Pioneers there, it would have been a better initial position.
Yeah, that definitely would have been better. It's definitely very ballsy doing that Pioneer rush down south, because he really needs to keep hold of the factory. It's French. You need to get your early A phase advantage to really hold your own, or just trade units efficiently, so you're not like completely outgunned and just lose everything by C phase.
It is amusing to me. We do have the flamethrower troop down to the south. I think we barely ever see it. It's Les Flames. And that's just like Les Flammes. Yes. Ooh,
oui, Can't. It is Le Haute Unit. It is very in vogue. I apologize for the French.
It is how you say later fire. And more of them actually coming right back to the center here, so I might be a little bit late for that. And then the Nueve, well, those guys don't have anything to take out this tank.
Yeah, I do want to know, he managed to kill a Stern Pioneer, Reveals and Reves, which is...
Yes.
The micro in that was incredible. He kept dodging in and out of the buildings before the Stern Pioneer could get, like, an actual flam shot off, so... That's really good micro he had done. Problem is, his Panda 2 is still here. And is the Panzer Shrek and also Stern Pioneers, which are all pretty scary units to face off still at this time.
Well, it was amusing as all get out, because that Stewart seemed like it was going to make a rush forwards, and then it was like, oh, never mind. Oh, wait, maybe we'll go back that way again. Then he realized at the last second, yes, Panzerschrecks are still in the area. Let's back off and just kind of, just hang tight a bit, you know?
Yeah, you don't want to be risking that, Stuart. We do have really a main push coming in up north with an Areve and Stuart doing its thing. There's still this Panzer II Luke's that he's going to contend against, and that's going to require him having to go around the corner. And the Luke's really has the advantage due to the 2-star veterancy and close range.
Yes, that autocannon is quite a beast at this range.
Yeah, especially against those rather lightly armored Stuart.
And if that wasn't enough, we are going to bring a Martyr in too.
Oh yeah, it's like Panzer. They can get those A-phase Martyrs. Those are very powerful. He's going to be bringing it into the northern area, probably to try and shut that down. And if the Panzer II doesn't kill, yeah, Stuart, and god damn it, the Martyr should.
Well, that Panzergrenadier Führer is not quite in sight range yet, but the Luke says, you know what, I'm going to go after that Nueva, which I think is a better call.
Yeah.
Let your P-Grunts, handle as best as they can, and bring that P2. Ooh, he's in the wrong spot now.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, he's going to get beautiful. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Had he had it there just a second or two longer, he would have had a beautiful flank shot. Would have been more than enough.
Dude, both of these players' micros, just in this early stages of the matches, is really on point. Like,
yeah.
they're making sure that they only get engagements where they know they can win. I mean, you got the smoke on the Pioneer Fury to keep him hidden from the Rave for a period of time. And now Dnestr, he's not going to try and be ballsy and engage the Panther II Lukes. He's just going to fall back and, try to wait for reinforcements, which is a good call. Especially now as a Martyr 3 on the field.
I am surprised we do have Sturm Pioneers inside the factory complex in the eastern side of it, on the German side, really.
Yeah.
Yet they're not really firing their flames. I don't really know what's going on here.
I think they have a minimum engagement distance with the flamethrowers.
Ooh, good point. I never think of that.
I know. I've had it happen to me a few times in matches where I get really close with Sturm Pioneers. Like, what the hell, guys? You have this Flammen Werfer. Werf the Flammen, please. Like, you're going to die. But, yeah, I think it's like probably like 25 or 50 meters, maybe.
Probably.
Yeah.
That seems pretty fair.
Seems pretty fair. It's a 1 in 100 shot. And getting the range right.
6-pounder is going to go and just get pinned down. So, excuse me, 57mm. But you've converted me. You converted me into saying it's a 6-pounder at this point.
It's a 6 goddamn pounder. It's just the Americans called it 50. The Americans called it the M run because the Americans called everything the M run.
I did want to make a quick note. We are going to bring a M10 up to the north. I had a great guy make a comment in the last video talking about the 75mm and 76mm between the Firefly and the Achilles. And the reason that I think the game has it slightly wrong. That it is a 75 for the Wolverine. That's what it was. Wolverine versus the Firefly. So the Wolverine has 75mm and the Firefly had a 76, I think.
Isn't Wolverine 76? It's just an American 76mm. Because you have like 17-pound and then you have like an American 76 thing.
According to a viewer the last time, it was just a minute change in diameter.
Huh.
And I don't know if that was just because the Brits just wanted to be unique, or the Americans just being very, very, ornery, as is our way. But either way, it was a really, really interesting thing to see. 6-pounder does go down to the south to that damaged P2, which means the southern flank is pretty much open for German domination.
Yep, and he's going to be taking advantage of that with the Panzer II push. I mean, ring, it's 1940s, and we're going to come through Belgium.
Indeed, but oh wait, there's an M8 coming in. The Spahi's in there as well, and the M8. Oh, never mind. He's going to the northern side of the canal. Okay, not sure it's going to be going out very well for him. Peak guns are going to be in the region just in case he wants to get frisky, and it looks like he does want to get a little handsy.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the Panzer Grenadier managed to get a sneaky little Panzerschreck shot on the upcoming Greyhound. The nice thing for Dnestr is he managed to get a bit of a hold back in the factory. Just using from Voter Gears as cannon fodder and Stuart to, do the actual shooty part.
I don't think that M10's going to be with us for very long. Tracks and wheels damaged. Crew's been knocked out. He's just like waffling backwards at this point. He's just... And geez, that Martyr has just been on point. He's fired 3 shots and hit him every single time. That doesn't seem to happen with Martyrs unless he goes after a tank destroyer.
Yeah.
I think it's just fear, man. The crew's like, sometimes it's like, oh, it's just a tank destroyer. We can take that.
Nope.
An actual legit tank, they freak out. Ooh, Bazooka Team Up North does force the bailout on the
Ooh,
P2, and I don't think that's going to go very well for Wall Street there. No, he goes down.
he's buggered. But this, even though Eugene does definitely have some momentum and advantage over in this early A phase, Dnestr, he still has bite. He's still kicking back. He's holding the northern forest. He's managed to retake factory, and now if he can contain the southern area, it definitely help out a lot. Yeah, I think he's gonna have a bit of difficulty, as the Germans are rather entrenched here.
Oh, and for that matter, too, how about the fact that we're almost to Phase B?
Oh yeah. Oh boy.
Which means we hit Phase B. I mean, the French do get stronger, but
Mhm.
I'm not sure it's strong enough.
Yeah, at the same time though, he's only fighting against ninth, which is actually a really good opponent for French, because the heaviest armor is like 2 Tigers. So it's not like, so your French armor really stacks up well, as it's not like a fight against first SS, which by like 30 minutes stage will have 5 Panthers on the field. It's
True.
much more containable, as you're really just fighting like Panzer IVs and, like less heavily armored German equipment.
True, true. So M8, by the way, goes down to the south. We are going to see
Yeah.
another 6 pounder being brought on in. At the same time, though, that Command Voltigeur did go and take 2 Zook shots and took out a P2. So, like you said, the French are trading very well, despite the
Mhm.
fact that they're gonna.
Yep.
Oh, wow, they've even taken back a good portion of the factory complex. I'm surprised there.
Yeah, but French, I find it with French, it's all about trading efficiently, because what you can kind of do in the later stages, as I've been kind of experimenting with and just seeing in actual multiplayer matches, is
Hmm.
that you just kind of get that death ball of like 2-star 76 Shermans and like 2-star 75mm Shermans, and you just kind of like attack move everywhere and just let the veterans do the talking.
I do want to make a quick call. So the Flame Troop on the south, well, he did have nice beachfront property, but it looks like the Germans have just kind of bought that up too.
Yeah, I mean, he could probably kill a Panzer Grenadier. Maybe,
That's a
maybe.
that's a tall order.
I mean, if he
That's
can
a
get.
really tall order. Yeah, if he gets the initial burst, he might be
Yeah,
able
the
to.
Panzer
But
Grenadier doesn't have any veterancy, so. Oh no, this is. This may
they're getting
be.
tight. They're getting tight.
Come on, come on.
Are you watching this too?
I'm,
So
I'm
I'm
re-
not
I
gonna be. I
really want
can't
to.
look away.
I really want to see like these two fierce competitors attack each other, but I don't think that's going to be the case at the moment.
Yeah, I think it's just a staring match. Germans have the numbers, French have the flames, and I don't
Mhm.
think the Germans really want to go into the Wehrmacht roast any more than they do.
Fair point. Go on.
A gun being brought in as well. Interesting call by the Germans.
Oh.
Like a crazy AA gun.
Yeah, I think he saw the Spitfire like for a second earlier. It's like, okay, they got a Spitfire. We need to just get the AA before anything too crazy happens.
Oh, really? I didn't even notice that. Okay.
Yeah, a Spitfire was briefly brought out on the southern side for like 30 seconds or something. I think it strafed something and then buggered off, if I can recall.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. Right now, it's being taken under fire by that quad barrel 20 mil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is the 20 mil. I always think it's a. I want to call it 37 mil. It's just it doesn't
Imagine
make
if
sense.
it was quad 37.
Oh my god! At that point,
I mean, you already have the double run with the Flag Sea killing.
yeah. Well, you know what? I
Anyway.
can't wait to see a ZSU for Steel Division 2.
Oh, no, that's.
I
think
know it
that's
only mounts
50s.
technically. Yeah, it mounts 50 cals, but I imagine there'd be some crazy firepower coming out from that.
I think the ZSU is the 50s con.
No, you're right. No, you're absolutely right.
Okay.
It is a 50 cal.
But they have no. I mean like 50s. I think it was post Second War. I know they have some.
Oh no.
37 mil.
There was a converted flatbed truck that was the first of the ZSUs. The armored versions of it didn't come out, like you said, until the 50s. There's that Spitfire you were talking about. And flak. There's the flak blanket, and that Spitfire's gonna get chased away pretty damn quick, I would think.
Yeah, you don't run into
Oh wow,
quad
he's already
40s.
smoking too. Jeez.
Quad 20s, my bad.
The quad 40s be even
Quad-
more insane. The quad
quad-
37s.
Hear me out. Quad 80H.
Oh
just,
my
just
god.
saying. Just saying. You know that's
Rapid
German.
fire or nice and slow?
German super weapon. Save the raw.
We are gonna see a P4 coming in the center part some more edited up infantry to the north.
Hmm.
Okay, so at this point though, P4, does it really make sense to bring him into the center of the factory, or should he be displacing to the north or the south?
I think he's just bringing it up to try and kill that Stuart, because if he can kill that Stuart, then he has a much better chance of dealing with the factory.
Well, the engine's destroyed, so
Yep.
he's going to do it.
Yep. I mean, it's going to be good if he just keeps it kind of like on the outskirts of the factory. It's going to have a bit of difficulty, of course, getting shot into it.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got a Pioneer and Sapper fighting. The Pioneers are going to be taking the victory in that run. You know, they can't exactly kill half-strengths, but hey, that's what the Panzer IV is for.
Very, very true.
Yeah. I'd say the Panzer II, but the Panzer II doesn't have any ammo, which is not ideal.
Yeah, actually, it's kind of interesting. Neither side is really investing in that support side of the equation.
Yeah.
And I didn't really realize either. We have had a mortar out in the field. He's finally getting into action over here from the French side, the 81 millimeter stovepipe.
Mm-hmm.
But is that just? I mean, I think that's just a band-aid kind of for the south.
Yeah, I mean, French armored artillery has never been amazing per se. It's one of the biggest weaknesses of the deck.
True.
But you know, 181 millimeters in this situation is going to help out Cry a bit, as any indirect fire support is good indirect fire support.
No news is certainly good news.
That is definitely news to my ears.
But one thing that is kind of negative right now, still for the French, is that they are down 55-45. And like you said, the French kind of are front-loaded, I would say, until you get to that Phase C. And we're still another 5 minutes until we get to that.
Yeah. I think it's gonna really come down to French trying to get a death ball of like a 2-star Shermans and trying to push an area, and if whether that succeeds or not is really gonna be the make it or break it of the match. As even though you can do that for the French, and it is pretty powerful, you can only really do it once, as you don't have many of those 2-star Shermans and 1-star Shermans to afford to expend.
True.
So, I mean, you got 2-star Sherman coming in middle. And that's actually going to be a pretty good call, especially against that Panzer IV.
True. Now, there is a Stuart going to be showing its flank to this P2, and I want to see this happen because it's... Okay, he's orienting correctly. There we go. He might get stressed out first. I don't know.
I think it's...
Oh, internal fragments. Oof.
Yeah.
That's brutal. There we go. Pack 38, good shot there. Wasn't Sherman engaging?
I think he's engaging the infantry. He's engaging the Panzer Grenadier.
Ah, to the south, right?
Yeah.
And there's our first hint of artillery from the German side. I'm surprised we didn't see it until now.
Yeah, I mean that's an A phase unit, the 2-star mortar half track, and it's such a good unit.
We are seeing Dnestr is kind of I'm not gonna say lagging here because he's bringing a 155 in the center part, which means that factory is gonna get flattened pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, and yeah, he's just doing some blind fire. Maybe he killed the Pioneer. Who knows? We will have to see. That's kind of the disadvantage of just blind fire, and especially with only 155mm mortars or artillery pieces. As
Yeah, so 155mm mortar being impressive as hell.
We really just want big guns on this cast today. we just want like stupidly huge stuff on shootable platforms.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like Pioneers that destroy half tracks with grenades, like up north.
What if a Pioneer actually threw like a Pioneer through a half track?
He threw a half track.
He threw a half track full of TNT instead of just throwing TNT grenades.
Well, if that's what works for him, that's what works for him.
I mean, it'd have like 20-meter range. Maybe it'd probably take 10 guys quite a bit to throw, like a couple ton half track. But I guess
well, they've been working out, man. They want to pump you up.
Yeah, maybe it's to use like a catapult or trebuchet to try and help out too. But as Pioneers, they can figure out that's like engineering nonsense.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Down to the south, I didn't realize this. The Germans have been pushed back quite a bit. I guess that Flammen troop for the French was able to take out the Pigrens because as of right now, we are slowly seeing that. I'm not gonna say death ball that you were saying, but we have 2 Shermans on the field.
Yep. And second, that's really ballsy. The Sherman in the factory. Unfortunately, it's only Pioneers nearby, but it is a Panzer Grenadier. That's still hell. I wonder if he can actually see the Panzer Grenadier. No, he does not. So that is risky. So all that Panzer Grenadier has to do is move up on building and then Kabluri goes to Sherman.
You mean then whiff completely on the Panzerfaust?
Yeah.
I'm just, I'm calling like I see it there. Command Sherman to the north, good idea. Actually, it's the second P4 to the north. I didn't see this either, but looks like he's going to engage some of that French infantry.
And I really like how both players have been putting pressures on all the flanks essentially this entire match. As you always see, already see tunnel vision. That's just steel division, and everyone does tunnel vision. I do bloody tunnel vision, but it's nice to see people, pushing all flanks, pushing all sides, because you are playing on the entire map, not just 1/3 of it.
Agreed. I wish I could have something to follow that more wisely, but all I can say is that's true. Indeed. Oh, ammo storage hit in the south. That Sherman is really forced back. Good one. That's not bueno.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna survive at least, and he still has some ammo, so he doesn't have to get the resupply truck immediately. But still, that's a good hit of the Panther 4. No, the Pack 40 gonna be engaging the 6-pounder, and he's gonna have range on the Sherman as he moves up, if he moves up again, which I don't think will be the case. Which is a smart move for the Sherman.
But here we go, 9th Panzer. At this point, you are Dnestr. What do you do?
Keep spamming Panzer 4s, try to retake control of the factory.
Flip that, you're the French.
If I was the French?
Yes, Dnestr.
Try to get like a death ball of Shermans and push up north and pray to God that I can do something.
Man, you're just in love with that idea of just death ball of Shermans.
I've seen it happen a few times, and it
of course.
It works. It bloody works. Because if you just have like the concentration of those 2-star 76s boosted to 3-star veterancy, goodbye Panthers.
That seems fair, but at the same time, it looks like the
German infantry jammed on up north.
Yes, but I was thinking to myself, it does kind of seem like the Germans are starting to mass their own armor to the north. There's 2 P4s moving up. There's one there already, and the Martyr. Like, that's not going to be an easy ask.
Yeah, it is. Damn, it is actually pretty tough. I think we're going to be definitely seeing some medium armor engagements. Quite a lot of them once we hit into C phase. But actually surprised. I wonder if Eugene's going to like try to get a Tiger Yank Panzer, or if he's just going to spam more Panzer 4s. Because they're all pretty good strategies in this point of the game.
Well, 1 P4 is not quite dead yet, but there's a Martyr might be able to help him out. So, I think he's sacrificing this half-track for a reason there.
Take me, not him.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's worth more than me.
Emma?
Very, very quickly, does give up his life for the French name. And Yuejin is not quite halfway to the winning here, but he's certainly well on it.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing pretty good, just holding ground. I mean, he had a lovely early on with just taking the factory, putting pressure all over. I mean, he's not been able to make like huge pushes. I mean, this has been a pretty 50-50 match, even though it's like big spikes all over the actual map itself. But just as long as he holds, and he kind of has the economically eco advantage against French at this point, so it's not too tall of an order just to hodl.
Now, would you ever not run a deck with any supply trucks whatsoever?
I would never run a deck with no supply trucks. You need supply trucks, and god damn it, you're right. Where are the supply trucks, Khan?
That was gonna be my next comment. It was like, I haven't seen any of them today, and I know these players use them.
Yeah, I mean,
ooh, is this no? It's another 40 to the north, isn't it? So it's a Pack 43, right?
Pack 43 up north? I think it's just Pack 40. I think it has.
I never remember which half track is which. Unfortunately,
it's for 9th Panzer. They got the rear SDKFZ 10 thing, which carries a Pack 40, I believe. Yeah, also can carry a Pack 43, but just because it's 9th Panzer and they're very special, Khan.
Oh, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah.
They're dinky, or they're smaller AT guns get the big AT gun transport treatment. They got upgraded to like club class, where everyone else is using the overblitz and economy.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we got 2-star Panzer 4 up north, as well as more infantry, and we're also starting to see a bit of a death ball up north now, as I was talking about. Yeah, it's kind of a death line. Yeah,
the
small, but they're
P4s.
fine.
One of them did go down, and that weapons jam is a
Yeah.
bit of a problem here. I guess the Martyr died as well.
Yeah, but also from Dnestr, you got 2 Wolverines and now one of the 2 Star 76s, which is going to be tough for the Panther Force as they just don't have the range, and that 2 Star 76 is brutal, especially considering that
Pack
this is
43.
Panther Force.
Pack 40, you're right. Yeah. And that half track's going to unmask the gun as well, so that's going to be just fine.
Hopefully Yuejin is
Ooh,
smart.
never mind. Ooh.
Never mind.
Never mind.
He's going to get shot. Oh, look at
That stalls it completely.
I was about to say, I thought the half track was shot at by the Pack 40, but now it's a Panther 4.
Yeah, the 2-star Panzer 4. And how often do you see a Panzer 4 actually hit in the first shot? It doesn't seem to ever happen.
That is definitely quite a miraculous event.
76 upgun, though, is to the north M4A3, so that's going to cause quite a bit of issue for the Germans. And the Wolverines, that's going to be a good screening force, but
yeah,
I don't know. Is that going to be enough to match the Pack 40 and co?
I mean, does he have any artillery? He has 181mm mortar up north, but he is way off from that Pack 40. If he can knock out the Pack 40, then it should be pretty easy taking this off. Flank has a 2-star Panzer 4 here, but he just does not have the range advantage. Oh, yeah, he goes.
Oh, wait, did I just miss something there?
Yeah, the
wow,
2-star Panther 4 just got, it just got deleted.
And there goes the damaged Wolverine, though.
Yep, Eugene's going to be smart. He's gonna
oh my gosh,
fire.
engine stall on a P4 just to the east of the factory complex. He's going to go down. Yep, there he goes.
Oh yeah, it's the 76.
This has just been this is the highway to hell. Like I would not want to engage in this northern side. Look how many just burning hulks there are.
Oh god.
Even when an M4A3 backs up because he's been freaked out by getting shot at, that's not bueno. That's terrifying, man. Internal fire. Yeah, like this is hell. This is Satan's sauna. But there's that P4 concentration is pretty much gone.
Mm-hmm. He really needs to kill out Pack 40. Don't do a strafing on there of a Spitfire, but
the Mittelwagen as well as the Focke-Wulf, that should be a dead Spitfire, I would think. Oh no, never mind.
I know the Focke-Wulf can still get in his arse and give him the good old 420mm treatment. Can he? I mean, he's so.
I think he's out of range. Is a problem. Just too late. Yeah.
Oof, that's a lucky Spitfire.
Yes, it is.
Legit, pretty lucky Spitfire. The sappers, I think that you can see the Pack 40 up north now. Yes, he can. So, I mean, if you had artillery or something nearby, you could kill it. Fortunately, he hasn't lost the 2-star 76 Sherman for Dnestr. So that's really keeping him in game up north. I mean, look at that Martyr 3. He's just buggered off because you don't fight 2-star 76 head on.
Well, you don't win for him, any, that's for sure.
Nope.
Second 155 from the off maps called in by Dnestr, and at long last we do see a GMC down to the south. Not that he's given anybody any kind of munitions.
Nope,
but he's there at least.
I mean, he's just he's a little bit late to the party. You know, he came in after the party's already finished with a box of pizza. I mean, it's
hey guys, he wants to get together.
And everyone's already left. I mean, the fort is nice. The fort counts, and pizza's always welcome. But it's just we could have been here during the life of the party when he could have been MVP.
No, he's the DD at the end of the night. If you don't know what I'm talking about yet, folks, go to uni, then you understand.
The Sherman DD.
Yes, there we go. The Sherman is the DD of every party. Okay, it's going to be a battle of the tank destroyers, by the way. Oh, wait, the Focke-Wulf is trying to cheat, and he causes that cheat to happen. I think we just need to M10.
Messerschmitt. I don't. Messerschmitt. Was he doing a Messerschmitt? He
was gonna make a rocket run at it, but the Mortar 3 should be able to take out the Wolverine and does. We do get the mortar finally arranged, where he's trying to engage that Pack 40 to the north. And I guess I never really appreciated the rockets on this Messerschmitt.
I really love that rocket plane Messerschmitt. As even though it doesn't kill the unit immediately, it leaves that lovely little burny after effect that usually ends up getting you the kill. And he's going for the mortar. Good call.
Yes.
And doesn't do much damage initially, but if the mortar falls back into the napalm, no, he won't. So, I mean, he definitely gave him a good old fright.
That's one thing I always need to get better at using is the rocket planes. I keep thinking to myself, oh yes, they are actually anti-vehicle, and it's like, no, they are never really anti-vehicle unless you
Typhoon
have
ATs are.
I was going to say yes, that is the one time where it is. It's very much the Rang approved method
Oh yeah.
for killing tanks.
Dude, in my 6th airborne deck, I have 6 Typhoon ATs.
Yeah, you like having it be hurricane season. You're all about that.
I love it, man. Like, you know, you're playing like a team match, you're 6 airborne, you have a buddy's like, hey, I'm being pushed over here by like 5 Panthers. Sure, bud. Just hold up. I got the Royal Air Force on the hotline.
Well,
speed dial.
And at that point, you're a tornado and they are the trailer park.
Exactly.
Now, one thing I kind of wish, and this is just, of course, just a random lark at this point. I almost wish the GMCs, like the support weapons, could refill arty barrages. I almost do. I think that'd be kind of cool. Okay, wouldn't you want to have a two-use Freddy party?
That'd be pretty cool, but at the same time, I can just imagine like constant naval off, constant naval
off. It'd be all hell, but it's just like it'd be insane.
It'd just be literally rolling thunder, just constant. It'd be kind of an interesting.
It'd be absurd.
Idea.
Oh, it would be absurd. You can call it that. That's fine. Now we are going to see a Bousier M4A3 to the north. Ooh. And I never know if I'm saying that correctly, but
what does that even mean?
Bousier?
Yeah. I'm googling this right now.
Go for it. I'm gonna say it's probably something like a howitzer.
Probably. That's probably like howitzer. Let's see. OBUSIER.
Country of origin, France.
Yeah, it means howitzer.
There we go.
There we go. Mystery solved, folks.
105. Yeah, that makes sense because that's the howitzer up gun.
Yeah.
And there's the Tiga.
Oh.
Tiga's on the map, but he's to the south. Big cats don't like water, so I'm not sure how often he's going to go and cross this canal.
That is definitely an interesting choice, because he could definitely do a breakthrough down south, and, you know, Tigers are kind of designed for the whole breakthrough tank thing. He needs a little bit more with the Tiger, a little bit more, you know, meat to cover the big fat cat.
Well, the meat's there. Well, it's more like potatoes, really. And it's a small potato with that, with the P1. Which I think, actually, I do like the fact he's on the southern side. Usually, I don't really understand when anyone goes to the south of the canal. But you have to remember, he's at a 1,200 meter range, and with the P1 to spot, he should be able to engage in nearly anything.
Yeah, and also
there's
nothing on the southern side, so it's
clear. Exactly, and that was the other point I was going to make. Exactly. Sorry. No, please, by all means. M4A3 is on the prowl to the north. Looks like he's going to go for that Milbewagen. Maybe.
Oh.
Furball. Spitfire going to go down? Not quite. Ooh, M4A3 going to get shocked instead. P4 went down instead. Wow. So P4 for Spitfire, and I don't know who came out better on that particular trade.
I like his off-map artillery right on the mortar half track. I mean, I could potentially kill both units, especially if the supply truck goes kablooey.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I would not be surprised by that at all. So 15 seconds until the big booms.
I find it hilarious that Dnestr's supply truck has not used a single supply.
He's falling back though, so he's seen combat, man. He's seen the other side of war.
He's gonna get his purple heart.
Oh, another Tiga to the north as well. So even if
2 Tigers.
Yeah, they are not endangered, my friends. Apparently their species is alive and well.
Yeah, but those are the only 2 Tigers that Yuejin can get. So it's gonna be rather important keeping them alive, but considering, I mean, the only scary thing north is Dnestr's 76, and in a run-on-run, Tiga has advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe not so much in the armor. I mean, they do have the slight advantage in the armor, but ooh, wow. Wait a second. Okay. M4A2 in the factory complex took out the mortar half track. It looked like with a machine gun, but I believe it was an AP round. I was be very, very upset if it was just a machine gun. But the last one being used in the Pack 40 to the south. We are finally seeing a bit of a push here happening from the French.
Yep. We do have the 76 engaged on the Tiger, but yeah, they got the Falkroth doing the strafing run, and yeah, there goes the 76 Sherman.
And I imagine
Down.
so will that half track in a second. Oh,
Yep.
half track gets out of range just quickly enough.
Dude, losing that Sherman was a pretty big deal. I mean, he's got the second run, the 2-star coming in down south, so he's trying to use that to try and kill the Tiger on the southern flank, but he needs more than one tank. He's got Stuart to help out, but Stuart's not exactly I mean, it can kill a Tiger, but it's not ideal.
Okay, if the Stewart kills a Tiger, his name has to be Vitman. That's how that works.
A Panther run is not going to be seen anything anymore.
Oh, he just went down, did he?
Yeah, he's kind of like he's frolicking through the field, and then the 76 Sherman just decided to stop that nonsense. You're down south, that Tiger. I mean, he's in a really exposed spot, and I mean, he's also facing the wrong ray, so maybe. I doubt it. I bet the Tiger will turn around fast enough, but
If he's engaging the Sherman, no, okay.
that'd be really.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, the Tiger's turning around to face the Stuart, so
Slightly.
no,
he's
not.
at a 45, so we're not going
Yeah.
to get the same kind of armor values necessarily.
That's
And
sort of
Rocket
like,
Plane looking for that command Sherman, a P4 moving in for the kill.
and the flames is gonna do the damage.
Well, even
Yes,
if it
they
doesn't, one round should be enough to freak him out if it doesn't kill already.
Yeah, that's a dead Sherman for sure. And the Tiger is going to be pulling back, which is smart considering you have no recon in front of you. No, nothing. So you don't want to be breaking through, yeah.
I didn't realize until just now, the French have had a 57%
Yeah.
territory control.
The problem is there's only 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, it's cool that they're making territory now, especially considering that the French usually lose steam. Oh my god, is this bazooka up north? I don't think... No, the Tiger's out of range. Oh.
I was actually watching to the south, the M4A3 is engaging the Tiger. And forcing him back. I think he wounded the driver and then wounded the shooter.
Did he manage to get first shot going around the corner?
Tigo was engaging that Sherman to the north.
Oh god, that is... It was a really good kill with the 76. And I got Stuart up north. He's gonna say hello to his half track, trying to.
Oh my god, the Tiger just went down.
Oh, up north?
No, south.
Okay.
I missed that. I looked away for 1 second and I was like, oh jeez, alright.
There's still one, endangered tiger up
true.
north.
Maybe they can save the species.
Whereas that's the only one left, so they can't reproduce in this scenario.
They
Those
can
poor
clone
tigers.
Clone the Tiger.
It's like at Zoo Tycoon game, but with the expansion pack, so you could like clone dinosaurs.
I'll do you one better. 90s game called Dino Park Tycoon is a business simulator. You could run like Jurassic Park, but without Jurassic Park.
Yeah, sounds pretty cool.
It was fantastic, man. It's actually free to play. Just search Dino Park Tycoon and play it. It's amazing. And it's super simple, too. Bahi's down to the south. Not too much. Pigren, fire your Faust, my friend. It's just a smidge, just too far.
A smidge too far.
Well, it's not really a bridge, so I just it's on the wrong side of it, really.
It's just a smidge. Got Mortar 3 coming in down south to try to
Stem the bleeding.
stop the bleeding. I mean, Dnestr, he's getting really close with his +2. He needs a +3 to really take the victory. Preferably a +4, but I don't see it happening. Stuart goes down. That's a big loss. And
Oh my gosh, the Zuka is moving on to the prowl to the north, though. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh god, the tiger's completely bloody blind.
Yes, he is.
Who?
I'm zooming in. I'm watching this. I have to watch this. And hide the HUD.
Dude, this is like me in postscript.
Oh, he is barely missing to the side.
Whoa! You are one lucky tiger, buddy. Got second shot, and these recarms are heavy.
Nope.
No.
Nope. And that was the reload, and that really shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Yep, there we go. Pin.
That's me in postscript from when I just choked the anti-tank shot.
And yet, he's letting him live to another day. Wow, he's a very, very kind predator.
Yeah. I think he's also a blind
Stuart's
predator.
gonna engage too. Engage off to one side. Stuart, you have a new lease on life right now.
I don't think he's facing you now. You know, it's not like this is not ideal for the tiger.
Well, he sees him. I'm not sure why he's not engaging him, but he sees him. And this is such a weird tight. Okay, AI right now is just it's making me cringe.
Oh God, you're showing your side armor. I mean, yeah, okay, you have like 9 side armor, but still,
He's showing his rear armor for that matter to the bazooka. And then he reverses into a tree line.
Yeah. How bizarre. Okay, there we go. I think he just didn't have
Weapons
line
jammed.
sure.
No, he did though. I was looking over at Yuejin. He didn't know what kind of tank it was, but he knew the tank existed.
Huh.
Here's the question: will the Spa Troop be able to help him out before the Zook takes his fatal last round here?
Zook's gonna do it again. Oh no, he sees. I think the mobile rank is gonna
never
spot
mind.
it. The mobile rank actually acting as like a recon unit. Yeah. Oh no, it's a Spa Troops up north, I believe.
Yep, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, because you know this is where you get recon guys, so bazookas don't just walk right in front of your tanks in the middle of the day.
Obusier takes a couple of deflections here.
Yeah.
And despite the fact that the French are getting that +2 and the Germans are pretty much tapped out, it's not so much an infantry per se. They're probably down to very, very little. Obusier goes down.
Yeah, it's really quite interesting seeing how the Germans are just completely out of stuff at this point. I'm interested to see the KD ratio, to see how the trade-in was in terms of, you know, kills to death. Because I'm thinking at this point, Dnestr is probably coming out on top.
Yes, especially losing things, the high values like the Tigas, for example.
Yeah. And he's knocked out a lot of Panzer IVs. Like, I don't see any more Panzer IVs. I felt one down south.
Yeah, I think he's probably lost 5 or 6 to that northern side.
Yeah. That's a lot of Panzers. For me.
Oh, yeah. I think we have 2 6-pounders being brought into the north. It's like, okay, you know what? We couldn't do it with the Stuart. We couldn't do it with the Zook team. Let's throw anti-tank guns at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we get close enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally a viable option. I just don't know if it doesn't have... It's 30 seconds until the end of the game, though, so...
Yeah, it's a bit...
Stuart goes down, and there's going to go, like, 3% of the territory.
I always find in, like, the last minute or two, it's pretty pointless to buy ground units. You should just buy an aircraft unit and just hope for the best.
Yep, I would have to agree.
Yeah.
Tiga's going to get first shot, I think, over the charging Sherman. Oh, no, he goes after the mortar. I never really realized how good the Tiga actually is at killing infantry.
And it's such a good fire support vehicle. Like, the Panther's more of your dedicated tank killer, but the Tiger is like, you know, if you want like more than just tanks dead, the Tiger's really good. And KD is
almost bang
close.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's take a look at the history here.
It's exchanging back and forth for the most part.
Yeah.
There's a couple of drips and drabs where it's like, oh look, it's like 5 or 6 of one color or the other.
Yeah, but that was really good play from both sides, and Yuejin is going to be moving on to the next round of the finals stages. So yeah, pretty exciting stuff. We've got more coverage hopefully soon.
Yeah, we need to. Hey, as the games happen, folks, you'll know about that as well, of course.
Yeah.
Shockingly enough, not really a whole lot of standouts on the German side other than the Tiga and a P4. Other than that, it's a couple guys here and there. Pretty much the same thing with the French too. The French have a couple of Shermans that do very, very well for themselves. And that's roughly it.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. I mean, neither side was like too heavily focused on like certain super special units. You know, it's all like pretty mediocre armor stuff. All pretty, you know, everyone's gonna be sharing the labor type thing.
Well, you know, and that's the way too. You want everyone to, many hands make the load light, right?
Yeah. It's also better to have like 3 mediocre things and 1 really good thing, because if you lose the 1 really good thing, you get very sad. Or if you lose 1 mediocre thing, you got 2 mediocre things left.
Sounds like me with my Christmas money. But all right, folks, we'll see you on Thursday, I think, with just some more to Steel Division play overall. So come back, check it out, and I guess we'll see you soon, won't we, Rang?
Indeed.
All right, I'm Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangru. Take it easy.